This is me. They promised I'd have lots of fans. I'm new to the world. Vanessa Ellis borned me. Thank you, Vanessa. I don't have no name. I would like one. And I'd like to be able to make many offers of opportunities. So please, on the chat line, make me a name. Today we talk empathy. Rianne Miller, you feel good?
Feeling great today.
Am I a bat?
Was that a question for me?
I don't know if it's a question for anyone. You ready for the youngsters segment, Rianne?
Very excited. We've got a bunch of leaders that are ready to lead. I think it's time we give them the ropes.
Hey, what do you think about empathy?
I think empathy is super important for everyone to showcase and to have and to be able to feel. And I know the kids today have been discussing empathy for the last 24 to 48 hours to get ready for the show.
Well, I look forward to hearing from them. Yes. What happens now?
Cool. Now we hand it over. We're building a new nation called Imagination, and we're going to give the keys to the kids who are ready to lead. So let's go into our intro video, and then we're going to hand it straight over to Chloe Bethune.
You're very good. You're very good at this, Rianne. Very good.
Thank you. I'm trying.
I'm quite lucky.
I want to get our homeless people off the street.
I want to see a future where education is free.
Today, we ask you to imagine what's possible.
Is a young, proud Indigenous woman who's in year 12 at a college in Victoria. Chloe, over to you to give us your speech as a president of IMAGI-NATION.
Sweet, thank you. Okay, so people of imagination, this is an honor to lead you deadly people. And today I want to share a message with all of you about empathy. When you Google the definition of empathy, it says the ability to understand and share feelings of one another. Basically, putting yourself in someone else's shoes. It's an expression that I've heard since I was a little kid. Empathy is something like when your friend tells you they have a new baby brother or sister, and you are also as excited as they are. Or if they tell you something sad, you feel sad just like them. Empathy is also when your friend tells you something very personal and you respect that. Empathy is also one of the most important things in imagination that we need. Without empathy, others are just like objects. People aren't actually people. And we don't consider someone else's feelings when we do our own actions. Imagination. What I'm asking all of you is imagination. Empathy is such an important emotion that we all need. And what I'm asking all of you is to see, if you see someone struggling or getting bullied, to put yourself into their shoes.
Chloe.
Yes, Jack?
Oh,
Yes.
I do not know where Jack has gone. He has left us, yes. But
Do we have it yet?
no, you got any ideas?
Oh, I was thinking because of your beard, we could call you Scruff.
Scruff.
Yeah.
But I feel like I might be regal. I thought you did a great speech.
Thank you.
What have you been doing with your life before that speech?
A lot of things, actually. I'm currently in year 12. I'm an Air Force cadet. I was the Gippsland Haywire 2020 winner. I've done a lot of things.
We've got some people on the chat line who are saying that you're doing very well. I hear there's a couple of your friends on the chat line.
Yeah, there is.
Hello to your friends.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being brave. Please keep speaking and using your stories. You do very well.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Our next for the IMAGI-NATION president is Marcus. Hello, Marcus Bishop.
Oh, g'day, oh nameless one.
Would you like to name me?
I don't think I could ever be provided with that honor.
Some people on the chat line, they'd be saying, a solid name, Steve, lover Steve, that's Cam Northey. Becky Smith said, Perp, the puppet, from Lennon. Hannah James said, yeah, Chloe, you're a boss. Shana Willie said, amazing, Chloe. And Marcus, when you got asked to be the president of IMAGI-NATION, what was your first feeling?
I was overwhelmed with joy. I finally get to see and rule my dominion with an iron fist of love and kindness.
Well, without further ado, from one lordship to another, I give you the iron fist of IMAGI-NATION. President, you are.
Fantastic. I moved to Brisbane pretty recently. It's one of the lesser known lands of IMAGI. As I was sort of searching and exploring, trying to find the best kebab, I came across a street. I was getting to know the neighborhood, and it was called Boundary Street. I didn't really think too much of it until later that weekend when I went to a market, and it was in another suburb of Brisbane called West End. And there was another Boundary Street, and I found it so weird that there were like two different streets within like two postcodes of each other. I was like, well, that's just city planning on Brisbane City Council's part. It really stuck with me, and I started asking around, and it's so funny. Most people didn't even know. And I was like, you don't know why there's two streets? Until I was walking around one particular park, just trying to get a daily exercise in. some hoops, and I found a few of the locals sitting around, and I sort of asked, because this park sits off Boundary Street, why are there two boundary streets? And I would come to find out that years ago, in the 1800s, the indigenous people of Brisbane were forced out of these two boundaries past 4 p.m. on weekdays, and on Sundays there were no indigenous people allowed to come into these places where the colonists were. And I was shocked because huge symbols of like oppression and just disgusting treatment of people are so brazenly like just put up on streets now. We see them today. I'm down for weeks. I was in a slump about it until I was going on one of my wonderful kebab adventures, and I saw a guy standing at one of the Boundary Street signs, looking around, kind of and jumping. He would jump and then smack the sign, jump and then smack the street sign. And I wondered what he was doing until I finally saw he had a sticker in his hand, and it just had less on it. It just had the words less. And he was jumping up, smacking this sign. And eventually, with one almighty jump and one almighty smack, the sign rang out. The street name now read Boundless. And I was so shocked by this. It was such a small act of rebellion and such a small act of empathy, but it sort of reframed the entire preface of this street. And it was so bizarre to me, because I suddenly realized that with even just a little act of rebellion, with a little act of empathy, we can change the world. I wondered what it would be like if all of us were just a little empathetic, a little brave, a little willing to rage against the machine. And I was just in awe. I want to make imagination that. I think that is imagination, just that willingness to break the norm.
Marcus, thank you. You did very well, I thought. What did you think?
Could have been better.
Oh, well, what are your notes on yourself?
I think there could have been more flair, more drama, more explosions, maybe.
Do you want to do the last two lines again with more drama, more flair, more explosions? Ready? We count you in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go presidential.
Drama, flair, explosions, imagination. Yeah. Then close, dramatic close. Yeah, let's do it.
And the chat line says, yes, Marcus, this is deep. So good, Marcus. Love the energy. Marley Zeta said, deadly, Marcus. At the same time, the channel is blowing up. Everybody wants to say that my name is Opportunity. How am I going to explain myself through customs? Do I have a second name? The Oppo? Opu? Brianne? Who is next?
Next up, we have Lucy Brown.
Go, Lucy.
Is a Year 9 student and was part of the AIM program in the Sunshine Coast. Lucy's also been on IMAGI-NATION TV previously in the classroom segment, but she had so much great things to say that we knew we had to get her on to deliver a speech. So over to you, Lucy.
Lucy, I wanted to tell you, I think you're going to be fantastic.
Thank you. I just wanted to say good afternoon to the people of IMAGI-NATION. I'm so honoured to be guiding you and to be speaking to you. I'm so thankful for this opportunity to speak my truth as an Aboriginal transgender young woman. Today I want to share an important message about empathy and why it's so important to me and my journey. What is empathy? Empathy is sensing someone's emotions and putting yourself in their shoes and understanding why they are feeling this way. Throughout my transition, I've learned a lot about the importance of empathy, which is why I'm sharing my experience with you today. Sorry, it's just... there were many times when empathy gave me hope and a reason to fight for who I am. Sorry, there's a slight problem. No. Empathy helped me gain my confidence and speak my truth. Empathy can be just small acts of kindness. As people with a voice, we have the ability to help others in need. We need to see their perspective. What would life be like without empathy? Without empathy, there wouldn't be acceptance. There wouldn't be people speaking their truth, and there wouldn't be compassion for others. Our world would be cruel and selfish, which is why we should never stop showing empathy. My family's empathy is why I'm still standing here before you today. And that's the truth. The world is viewed as a selfish and cruel place because we are the only people who can make a difference. So stand up and speak your truth and make a difference. Give someone a reason to fight for who they are. You could be helping someone without even realizing it. As a president of IMAGI-NATION, I hope to inspire you to help those in need. Remember to be yourself and also remember to show empathy to others. We are a proud nation and we have to stand together and make a difference. Like a great philosopher once said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Thank you.
Yes, Lucy. I agree with you. Thank you so much for being so honest with us and so brave. So much of our change when it comes to empathy is when people like you give us that gift. You gave us a gift today with your story, and I have learned a lot. I want to just say, please keep being strong and proud of who you are, because it's the only thing you have that's special in the world is you. Your story is the only thing that's going to be unique in your whole life. So thank you for being you. Thank you for your speech. Chloe on the chat line said, thank you for being brave and sharing with us, Lucy. And Grace Douglas said, powerful, Lucy. Emma Hopwood said, deadly, Lucy. There's lots of love. So thank you for being you and for stopping. And we can't wait to keep working with you over the coming years as you make your way through high school.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored.
You've been awesome. Now we're going to go into, I think, Rianne, we go to our Chaos Classroom?
Yes, that's correct. Over to the Chaos Classroom segment.
Yes. Welcome to the Chaos Classroom. Rianne, are you excited?
Very, very excited. We've got 4 incredible youngsters ready to go.
We got Amani. Amani, how you going?
I'm going good.
Awesome. We can't wait to hang out with you in this moment. We got Peter. Peter, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. We got Jessica.
Hello, I'm doing good.
Awesome, Jessica. And we got Yindi.
Hey, I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're cool.
Everyone in the group chat.
Everyone in the group chat, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, going pretty good.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm good too. Thanks for asking. Okay, let's start this classroom. Our first question and our topic is on empathy. Rianne Miller, what do you think empathy is?
I think that's a question for the youngsters, Mr. Strunk, or whatever your name was. Let's let them on the segment.
That's what you thought. Rianne, I'd love you, because it's a question for the youngsters, to come up with a wonderful artwork in 6 minutes on what a question for the youngsters could look like on empathy. Thank you, Rianne. We'll see you shortly. Peter, tell me.
Yep.
If empathy was to be 3 colors, what colors would they be?
I would probably say blue, purple, and maybe green.
Peter, could you make us a recipe to make an empathy cake?
I'm not sure.
Why don't you try it? You've got 2 minutes. See if you can write down a couple of ingredients on what it'd be in an empathy cake. Okay, Yindi, tell me what empathy is and how do we train it?
I think empathy is when you can really understand what someone else is going through and kind of help them to feel better about themselves if they're going through a hard time, and really just put yourself in their shoes.
I think that's an excellent answer. I think you are now the official empathy instructor of Imagination. You have a 5-minute workout plan for everyone in the audience to go.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yes.
Good luck.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
Amani,
Yes.
what about empathy?
I'm not sure.
I would love you to write in very, very big letters, as big a letters as you can, I'm not sure, and then decorate those letters for 2 minutes. Very good, very good. Jessica?
Yes.
Now, Jessica, this is the most important question. Who invented empathy? And you must make up the answer.
Our soul.
Oh, that is really, really good. You did very good with that one. Rianne, how's your drawing going?
Drawing, I thought I was coming up with a question.
Okay, question?
How can we all be empathetic in the time of COVID-19?
Who wants to answer it? All go at once.
By being able to understand how hard it is for people not to have their jobs, and yeah.
I reckon we can try to be empathetic by understanding some of them might not be able to spend time with their family during this time, and just be really grateful if you are with your family that you can be with them.
How are our assignments going? Peter, do we have a cake recipe for empathy?
Still working on it.
Okay, any ingredients?
So far I would just say respect, love, and like honesty and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's really good. And maybe we put a spoonful of butter. I love butter.
Yeah.
Just love butter. Okay, Yindi, how are you going with your assignment?
Pretty good. I don't really know what an assignment would be. Just like go out and try to find someone. Oh wait, we can't go out.
You've got a 5-minute workout plan, Yindi. You're our fitness instructor for empathy. We need something, and it's desperate times. We've got 2 minutes left. Okay.
Okay.
Jessica, how are you going?
I'm going good. Yeah.
That is good news. Hey, tell me, Jessica, what is imagination?
It is, I guess, whatever you want to, like whatever it is to you, because like people have their own imagination. So like it's whatever it means to you in a way.
Peter, you get to bring the classroom home. We've got 1 minute left. What questions would you like to ask of any of the other fellow students?
How do you think empathy would affect a different person compared to you?
Yindi, you look like you're very excited to jump in and answer that question.
Oh, I didn't really hear it properly. Like, can we have it again?
How do you think empathy would affect you compared to a different person?
I don't really know. I guess. Oh, that's hard.
Jessica, do you want to jump in and help Amani with the question, with the answer?
what we don't know as well in a moment. And then it was to hear from Chloe, who could stand up strong and deliver that speech, and Marcus, who you mentioned, and then Lucy Brown, I thought just spoke straight to the heart of what empathy is all about. What a group, eh?
An absolute group of leaders. I cannot wait to see what change they make in the future.
Hey, and now we get to meet Lily Thomas McKnight. Lily, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. We love at AIM, we love the work you've been creating. Tell us, how do you draw something? Do you just think about it in your brain first, or do you cough and then it appears on a piece of paper? What happens?
I usually look for inspiration through social media like Instagram and Pinterest.
Oh, and what is there someone that you really love as an artist that you looked at first and you went, I want to paint or I want to draw because of them?
I've always been pretty interested in art since a child. There are artists that have inspired me with my style that, has helped me develop. But I think really it's been through developing my own style and finding out what I'm good at.
Rianne, you do some artwork as well. Tell us, what do you want to know from Lily today?
I'd love to know, I guess, how she forms the artwork that she does. What are her thinking processes, and does she, I guess, do anything in particular to be inspired to create?
Usually, like with the artworks on here, 2 of them are family members, so that was part of an assessment task for school. So I had to really think out what I wanted to portray in them and how I wanted them to look. With most of my artworks, I usually just find a photo that I like and then I draw that.
Awesome. Yeah, so often we get scared about how to start with art. What would your message be to someone who felt very scared about picking up a pen or some paint and putting it on paper or canvas?
I think for me, sometimes I do have art blocks or I'm struggling, just to keep going really, because it can work out in the end. And if it doesn't, that's okay. You can just keep on trying and you'll get better.
Lily, thank you for joining us on IMAGI-NATION TV. It's been a pleasure to share your artwork. We'll see if we can maybe create something with AIM Apparel at some stage and maybe profile some of your work. Thank you for being a part of the IMAGI-NATION TV show today. You've been fantastic.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that wraps us up today. Rianne, how's it been for you?
I've absolutely loved the show today.
What was your highlight?
I think just being able to hear from the kids about what they want to do to implement change in the future has by far been a highlight.
Oh, brilliant. Well, tune in tomorrow for the Designers Show. Head to aimmentoring.com, grab a This Hoodie Pays Rent hoodie. They're flying out and they're helping lots of people pay rent. If you want to register as a hoodie connector and get some rent paid in your life, head to aimmentoring.com. Grab yourself an IMAGI-NATION hoodie, make a donation, and let's get this show out to 1.5 billion kids during this time and bring a mentor into the home every single day. What do you think, Rianne?
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. Over and out, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.